A while ago, I made a video on why people hated math. I highly recommend you watch that video before watching this one. It was fun to work on, and I got a little nostalgic thinking back to all of the ups and downs of my math classes. I enjoyed making that video, and decided I should look up what was the most liked subject in school. To my surprise, once again, I saw that math was popping up more than I thought it would. So I decided it was time to make my first sequel. Right off the bat, one of the reasons someone may adore math is if they have the right teacher. I explained in my previous video about math that the math curriculum needs updating. However, there are a few good teachers that actually engage their students. More importantly, they'll teach you how you could use this information in real life. If you don't know when to use a sine function, for example, a good teacher will show you what it's used for. Another reason people like math is that the answers are precise. If you ever took an English class and tried to identify a certain theme in a story, there's always room for an argument. Let's use Harry Potter as an example. One could argue that the main theme is about the strength of love. Another could argue that the theme is about confronting your fear and how fear can cripple those that are even stronger than you. Both answers are technically correct. You just have to prove them to be valid. But math is different. No matter what size, the area of a circle is always going to be pi times the radius squared. The volume of a cube is always going to be length times the width times the height. In math, you just have to show the teacher how you found them in order to show that you know what you're doing. In a subject like English, everyone looks for a theme using the same method. Identify a part of the story that proves this particular theme's presence. Two people can use the same method and get wildly different, or sometimes even contradictory answers, and still technically be right. Meanwhile, in math, everyone's searching for the same answer. When trying to find the point of an intersection between two lines, for example, there are three methods: substitution, elimination, or just plain old graphing. In math, there are different methods, and all of them are valid, but they all lead to the same correct answer. This certainty makes it a little easier on students. They know they don't have to further examine the number they got unless specified, and they know that if they have something different from their friend, then that means one of them is wrong. The next reason why people love math is that it's like a puzzle. One of the greatest feelings in the world is when you're looking at a tough problem and you finally solve it. The idea of thinking of math as a puzzle can help you improve your mindset towards math in a more positive light. Many math problems require creative thinking to find a solution. It's even better when the math problem can be applied to real life, because then the person solving it knows that they learned something valuable by solving the problem. Problems that act like puzzles while also passing off real-life knowledge that is useful tend to be related to finances, the geometric properties of structure, like a building for example, or data management. Such problems don't just challenge the mind, they stretch it and make it stronger. Math can also be a favorable subject to someone if it's a doorway to one of their passions. Let's say there's a student with a passion for computer science. Then they'll have to understand things like complex pattern recognition, algebra, and many different data management concepts. When learning about math, they'll use a computer science lens to look at what they're learning and identify what a certain situation is. Or maybe students like medicine and they want to become a doctor. In this case, math is useful when it comes to calculating dosage of a medicine, concentration of a medicine, the probability of having certain disease in certain conditions, and so on. There are so many fields that math is connected to, and that's one of the reasons why many kids will like it, or at least tolerate it, in order to get into what they're passionate about. Math is complicated in its content and its relationship with students. There's a lot of reasons supporting both sides of the questions on why people like or dislike math. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to watch the previous video I did regarding why people hate math, it should be popping up on the screen, or you can go to the link in the description below. Alright everyone, have a great day, don't forget to like and subscribe.